It's absolutely critical that the public understand, appreciates, and supports research at our research institution and through the public university system. And especially here in Maine, which is rural, which does not have the population base and the industrial base that some other areas of the country do. There really isn't other alternatives. If the University of Maine and the University of Maine system doesn't do it, unfortunately, a lot of it's not going to get done. So when people look at research and they think of it as abstract and removed from their everyday lives, well, whether they're in Rumford or in Millinocket or Mars Hill or wherever they may be, making sure they are aware, making sure we're telling the story about how their research directly impacts their opportunities, and more importantly for most people, their children and family members' opportunities, because that's going to shape the economy in this state. The work that happens here on this campus is going to shape the economy of this state for decades to come.
And that is fundamental to the land grant mission of our university, and it's important for the people of the state of Maine to know that we have that happening, to recognize that essentially their tax dollars are helping to support this great relationship between the university and the people of the state to solve the problems that we have. One thing that I'd say about our research enterprise here at the University of Maine is that in so many fields we are actually international global leaders in the work that is being done here. Because our teams of researchers are working internationally, because the research that they conduct is recognized and receives awards around the world, that brings an attention to Maine that's quite important for us, because then that work can be translated into solving challenges here in the state of Maine and can be a part of the education of our students. In a research university, the education that students are getting is quite special, because they are sitting in classrooms where the instruction is being delivered by active researchers, active scholars, people whose day-to-day business is discovery and better understanding and finding solutions. And in my view, that's producing students who can go back out into the state and contribute to our economy.
Students really do have an opportunity here to engage in research in their areas that, frankly, is not available to them in a lot of other places.
Well, let me bring an example from a very different perspective. I've been speaking recently with faculty all across the university, and in talking with colleagues in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, talking specifically to professors of history and to professors of English. They are scholars, they're writing books and doing their analytic work and helping us better understand the world around us. Their students are going out through the state of Maine to work in historical societies in small towns, or to work in nonprofit organizations that are aiming to do economic development, and they bring the skills that they've learned in those humanities courses to help better understand the people with whom they are working, the ways in which they can make a difference in specific communities. It's a very broad kind of impact that we can have.